This show is packed with celebrations, so let's celebrate just like Coach Stork. Oh, come on, man. You're in my shot. We are going to throw so many things at you, and we promise not to save anything for another day. Sportsnight is next.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Sports Night. I'm Joe Young.
And I'm Howie Schmidt. It's been a while since we've been on this desk, and we can't even banter tonight because we have so much to bring. So much.
Very, very full show. We have previews of all 7 athletic teams for the fall. We have a handful of highlights as well. A lot of results to talk about as a lot of teams have gotten into action early. Haven't even reached the first day of school, and there's a whole lot that has already happened. So we will, as we talked about, not spend a lot of time talking, as I'm sure people out there are thankful for. We'll start right away with the Cardinals football team. They opened the schedule last week on the road against the Brainerd Warriors. Unfortunately, due to a deal with a streaming service, the school wouldn't allow CTN to broadcast the game. However, thanks to the dedication of Neil Highlights Hennon, we have some great video to bring you tonight. Cardinals charged onto the field, and Brainerd determined to kick the season off the right way, and the defense definitely came to play. Early first quarter, Warriors looking to pass. Kendrick Dowell and James Kennedy blow through the line like a hot knife through butter, and they meet at the quarterback. Unfortunately, the Brainerd defense came to play too. Cardinals swing it out to Josh Dubois. He turns upfield, a big hit, pops the ball loose. Warriors are able to recover. Cardinals D, not to be outdone, they take it right back. Still in the first quarter, Warriors throw right, pass is deflected, Max Walls is there for the pick, and there's no score after the first. Brainerd finally breaks through late in the second quarter. Warriors quarterback Marcelo Getty able to escape some pressure. He looks downfield and finds Matthew Huseman, who comes back for the catch. He turns it into the end zone for a 38-yard score. Brainerd up 7-0 at the half. Cardinals offense on the move early in the third quarter. Dubois in at quarterback, looks long to the right, throws a little short, but great adjustment by Jared Fearing, able to make the catch, get the Cardinals deep into Warrior territory. That set up their first score of the year. David Jeebley on the carry, great hole, and an easy stroll to the end zone for an 8-yard score, but a failed PAT meant still Brainerd leading 7-6. Cardinals on offense again, Dubois looking for Fearing again, but Nate Herkenhoff jumps the route, picks it off, and a good return sets the Warriors up inside the red zone. They turned it into points quickly. Nate Staling on the sweep to the left, scores easily from the 5. Brainerd leads 14-6 going to the fourth quarter. And they add to it early in the final frame. Getty again able to escape some pressure, look downfield and connect with Huseman behind the defense. This time a 36-yard score. Warriors hand the Cardinals a 21-6 loss to start the year. While the opener didn't go the way the Cardinals had hoped, it's just the first step in a long season. Cardinals are in a new conference and section this year, and they're excited to see these new teams and face new challenges. But what they're most excited about is welcoming Cardinal Nation back to games on their brand new turf.
I think all of us love it. You know, we're really excited that it was getting done.
All the Anoka Hennepin schools got a major upgrade over the summer, including artificial turf fields on all the football stadiums. So when the Cardinals host St. Francis for the home opener, it's their first chance to shine on their beautiful new field.
We're all excited to play on it, and we've already got to feel around a little bit, scrimmage on it about a week ago, and it felt really nice to have a brand new stadium.
The best part may be that they'll have friends and family watching for the first time in nearly 2 years. Fans weren't allowed in games last season, and the absence of Cardinal Nation was definitely felt on the field.
Man, I'm really excited for that, man. Last year, it was kind of hard to bring the energy like on the field. You know, you could really feel it, like the energy wasn't really there. But now with fans, I feel like it'll help out our team a lot and like just step up our game.
Really, it means a lot just because our fan base is so big and they do a lot for us. You know, like I mean, we really like the cheering. It really hypes the whole team up. So it'll be really nice.
With life and football returning to at least near normal, it means the Cardinals have to get back to work. They expect every week to be a grind, but they believe their schedule gives them plenty of opportunity to be successful.
We prepare our team the right way, and we continue to go about things the right way. I don't think there's any question that we can have a very successful season, but it's everyone being all in. It's making sure we're taking care of stuff off the field, not just on the field, to truly have the best success that we can.
The Cardinals are looking forward to every challenge they'll face this season. If COVID taught them anything, it's that nothing is given and that they're capable of overcoming a lot of adversity. And they'll savor every minute as they kick off the best time of year.
Just finally be able to play a full season here and just playing with my family and my friends, you know, it's awesome. Just a great experience, nothing better than high school football.
In high school football,
Absolutely.
we get our chance to see them in
Excited.
action as they open the home schedule against St. Francis on Thursday. They're at Buffalo on the 10th, but very excited to see the team, very excited to see the field, and super excited to see fans back at the game.
Yeah, it's going to be a great experience. I won't talk long, but I was at practice the other day, and we're talking to the coaches. Coach Sullivan said this defense, even though they lost to Brady, was flying around the field, and we'll see a little bit more of that, more aggression on the defensive end of the side of the ball. But I'm excited to get it going.
100%. Well, one team that has started with a lot of action is tennis. They always get started faster than anyone else. They start earlier, but it's like they're making up for lost time. They started with back-to-back tournaments first in Stillwater on the 20th. They played Matamidi, that is a top 15 team. They lost that one 7-0, then followed that with a match against Forest Lake. They lost that one 7-0 as well. You can see some of the scores, kept it a little bit closer, so not necessarily as one-sided as it may appear, but a huge win to end the day, getting a 4-3 win over St. Paul Harding. Great story in this one is that Grace Graham, playing in her first ever singles match, was told before the match, we're going to stack the doubles, we're going to win all 3 doubles spots. It's up to you. If you win, we win. And look what she did. She went out there and she won 6-2, 6-3. Then on Saturday, they turn around and host a three-team round robin or 4-team round robin at their own place. Start with a loss 6-1 to Buffalo. Sheck and Olsen at second doubles, getting the lone victory for the Cardinals. Had to go to a super tiebreak in that one. Then lost another one 5-2 to Cretin-Derham. They beat Cretin-Derham Hall, 5-2. Before they lost the last one of the day. That was against Hibbing, losing that one 6-1. So, and these back-to-back were the end of their first week of practice, and it was the weekend where it was 90 degrees out there. So the girls really literally got a trial by fire to get into the season, playing a lot of tennis, a lot of intensity under a lot of heat against really good competition.
Yeah, and outside the heat, the weather cooperated for the most part, which they're able to get all those matches in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, the Cardinals open the conference and dual meet schedule on Tuesday the 21st, welcoming the Andover Huskies to the Bob Pivot courts. CTN was there, and we were treated to 2 great matches at first singles and doubles. We want to thank Cardinal alum Ramil Setz for helping us out as well. Cardinals were expected to take the court for the Northwest Suburban match. Freshman Gabby Newton is handling first singles for the first time this year. She showed a lot of grit after losing the first set 2-6. Newton took a 3-0 lead in the second before losing a close one 5-7. Newton may have a tough time at that top spot this year, but she's showing why Coach Stork has confidence in her first singles. At first double, the team of Kelsey Goldman and Emily Nicholas looked strong against Andover. Great play at the net by Nicholas here. You see there, Goldman and Nicholas kept control after the start to finish after winning the first set 6-4. Closed it out with a 6-3 win in the second. Strong net play from both. Will be tough to compete against all year. Fortunately, they dropped that one, unfortunately.
They did. They lost it, a tough one. They lost 4-3. Followed it up with another tournament. Already 3 tournaments under their belt. Remember, tournaments were banned last year for the multi-team format because of COVID. Very next day, on the 25th, they were in Monticello to face off against some more very tough teams. St. Michael Albertville beat the Cardinals 6-1, but the Cardinals bounced back and beat the hosts from Monticello 5-2. Gabby Newton went 3 and came back from a losing 0-6 in the first set. She won 6-3 and then 10-8. So great to see that. Brooklyn Nienaber, after missing the first couple of matches, has played very strong. I think this was her 3rd straight win at the 4th singles spot. Then this week, they had one pushed back. This week, they started with Champlain Park, a perennial power. They lost 7-0. Then on Tuesday, played Spring Lake Park, lost to the Panthers 6-1. Brooklyn Neenaber getting the lone victory for the Cardinals in that one. You see Goldman and Nicholas losing in 3 sets, as did Scheck and Newton at second doubles. And then just earlier this afternoon, Cardinals winning a 4-3 match. Brooklyn Neenaber another win at 4 singles, winning 6-4, 6-4. And then the Cardinals swept the doubles as well, and it's always big to get those 4-3 wins.
Well, it's been a crazy fast start to the season for the tennis team, but these Cardinals wouldn't have it any other way. They're a young team, but they have a lot of talent, and they're incredibly ambitious. They're determined to turn some heads this year and build a foundation for years to come.
It's been really fun, but it's kind of been it's really been intense compared to last year. We've had a lot more matches, a lot faster. So instead of having a full week of practice and then maybe one match, it's just been match after match after match.
The Cardinals already have a dozen matches in, and it's only the 1st of September. They faced a couple of conference opponents and competed in 3 tournaments, which weren't allowed last year due to COVID. It's kind of a trial by fire for a young and inexperienced squad.
We have a lot of tennis players that are relatively new, and I feel like we've done really well with what we've got, and we've all been pushing really hard. We had 6 days straight of 5 hours plus of tennis and in really hot weather, and all you hear is positive things and good attitudes, and it's been really fun.
The Cardinals know nothing will come easy this season. They're young and they play in a very tough conference and section. But most of them spend a lot of time in the off-season practicing and preparing, and they're ready to show what they've learned.
So last year we lost a lot of seniors, but we saw a lot of JV players kind of step up and work really hard in the summer and in the off season to get better and compete at a varsity level.
Having a smaller squad means the players will get more individualized attention this season, which should help them learn faster. Coach Stork is impressed with the girls he has and hopes they understand they can take positives from every match.
Trust in their ability. Because we wouldn't put them in a position if we didn't trust on what they could do. When I talk to them on the changeover, I'll say what's going well and what's not going well. Because I want them to realize that if they're losing, there's still something going well.
The turf at Cardinals Stadium isn't the only thing new at the complex. The pivot court's got a facelift over the summer, a whole new surface that will mean true bounces on every court.
It's so much better because before you would hit a ball and if it hit a crack, it would just go randomly somewhere else. But now there's no crack, so you don't have to worry about the ball hitting somewhere weird and bouncing weird. So
the Cards know the deck will be stacked against them in a lot of matches this season, but they won't use that as an excuse. Instead, they'll use it as motivation to exceed expectations.
I think we're kind of the underdogs in a lot of ways because we have a lot of new players and we have a lot of players with not much experience, but I think we're actually all very determined, and we have a lot of good girls with good work ethics, which I think is going to bring us farther than a lot of people think.
Well, the road continues to be very busy, but after they face Maple Grove on Thursday, another one of those very tough teams, then they have a full week off to kind of work on some things and take a little bit of a breather. But, I mean, 12 games, 13 matches in by September 2nd before school starts.
That's crazy. That's so much tennis. But it's great that they're able to get that in.
Absolutely. Volleyball team got the season started last week on the road against the Cambridge Isani Blue Jackets. Cardinals came up short against Cambridge, losing 25-10, 25-20, and 25-10. Well, the Cardinals hosted Totino Grace for their home opener on Tuesday. There was a lot of excitement in the field house as Cardinal Nation was allowed in for the first time in nearly 2 years. Cardinals were hoping it would give them an edge in a match between two very evenly matched teams. Coon Rapids getting out to a lead early in the first set. Nice turn here in the set for Michaela Wilbur. Wilbur's kill gives the Cards a 9-2 edge. Wilbur had a really nice match against Andover, but it was far from over. Eagles come back and make it close at the end. Tied at 23. Good receive. Go to the left side again. This time it's Tatum Shevchuk with the kill. Coon Rapids gets a 25-23 win in the first. Eagles even the match with a 25-20 win in the second. They were up early in the third. Big stuff block for Calicut on this point helped keep it close, but Totino took a 2-1 lead with a 25-19 win. Cardinals trying to force a fifth and final. Cardinals set up on the left side, but big defensive stop by the Eagles sealed the deal. Cardinals lose in 4 sets, 25-23. Final in the fourth. Eagles, unfortunately, celebrating on the Cardinals' floor, but a lot of positives for the Cardinals to take away from the loss. While they're still searching for that first win, the Cardinals have stayed very close in every set so far, and they know it's just a matter of time before they get over the hump. This is a team that is excited for the season and a new era under a new head coach.
I look forward to having fun and being with people that I enjoy and working hard with a new team and a new coach.
There's a lot of excitement around all sports this season after going through the very tough COVID year. But there's added excitement on the volleyball court as they welcome new head coach Janine Crooks.
I like her a lot. She pushes us to our fullest potential and has very high standards for us, which I think we need. And she also is very encouraging too, which we also really needed.
Crooks is a graduate of Burnsville High School, and after 3 seasons of college volleyball in Missouri, she finished her career in North Dakota last spring. She knew she wanted to stay involved with the sport as a coach and is thrilled to have the opportunity to lead this Cardinals squad.
I was really happy when they finally gave me the call and said, come on in, we want you. And John did a great job with the program. I mean, I don't think I could have gotten a program in better shape, honestly. So, no, he really set me up for success here. Very excited.
Cardinals have a fair amount of experience, but after the tumultuous 2020 season, it may take time to reach their full potential. Crooks is doing some things differently and asking her players to really push themselves harder than they have in the past.
We do a lot of position specialized, so a lot of times we're working on our hitting, our serving, our passing in different groups, so we're able to get more one-on-one time with the coaches and being able to perfect our skills.
We are asking them to change quite a bit, whether it comes to technical things or just the culture that we're trying to provide here. And it's a work in progress always, and we do expect a lot out of them.
The Cardinals captains all had great things to say about their new coach. And it's not just about how she pushes them on the court, but how she supports them off the court as well.
Just having her as a support system has really helped me, just knowing that she's there and that she's willing to give resources and provide help when we need it.
Crooks is happy with where the team is starting, but she believes they have potential to be so much more. She knows it may take a while, but she has faith they will be stronger by the end.
We understand that they are coming from different places, and so we have to give them a little bit of time, but I think just the changing of the culture and the changing of how we play is probably going to be something that we struggle with a little bit, but I have all the confidence in the world that they're going to climb that mountain and be at the top for the season. So.
Well, the Cardinals have another chance actually tonight on Wednesday the 1st. They are hosting Chisago Lakes, so that's an opportunity for them to get that first win, get the monkey off their back. They're at Iredale on next Tuesday. And Howie?
We'll be there. Well, and certainly thank you for going solo last night. I had a fantasy football draft. You know how important that is. So. But you did a stellar job as always.
Thank you. I could be flying solo again as it's a holiday for you.
It is.
Tuesday.
We'll see what happens. The swimming and diving team got its first taste of competition with last week's conference relays, and they're excited to open the dual meet schedule. The Cardinals know this season will be a grind, and they're excited about the team they have and what they could accomplish this season.
We have a lot of experience. We have 26 returning girls out of a team of 32. So it's nice to have 6 new girls, but a lot of experience on the team, a lot of people that have been around for 4, 5, 6 years.
While they retain a solid core, the Cardinals will have some huge holes to fill. They lost a solid senior group, including Megan Schultz, who holds every swimming record in school history.
But I think the impact she really made was just showing people that hard work pays off. And, if you want something, you got to work for it.
The Cardinals owe a lot to that group that helped rebuild the program. But this year's squad is ready to make its own impact. And they're excited they're able to return to some sort of normalcy in and out of the pool.
So last year we had to be separate from each other and we couldn't really be close and talk to each other and hang out. This year we kind of can, be close, get to know each other more better this year.
Fans weren't allowed in the swim meets last season, and the schedule started with virtual meets, so the Cardinals were just swimming against themselves. It took some of the pressure off the competitors, but it also took a lot of energy away from the meets.
It's really exciting, actually. It was kind of a little bit sad, obviously, to not have any parents in the stands last year. I feel like it definitely made the meets a little bit less exciting, not having as many people cheering.
The Cardinals are excited to get into action and see what they can do. With so much experience, they already know what they're up against. And all of the veterans are leading the way, passing their wisdom along to their newer teammates.
Honestly, I would just say have fun and try your best, because I know for me, I struggled a lot. I thought too much about things, and if you just kind of let go and have fun, you'll see the improvement and you'll have fun doing it.
The Cardinals open the conference schedule against perennial power Maple Grove. And no matter how they do, they know it's about how they learn and grow, more than it is whether they win or lose.
But I'm very excited for the team. I think we're going to improve throughout the season. I think we're going to get better. We certainly have a lot of work to do to match up with some of the other teams in the conference and in the section. But, you know, I'm excited for where we started and where we're going to get to.
Yeah, Coach Donaldson's always excited, and I'm excited to get his reaction after Thursday's opener at Maple Grove, and then the Cardinals are at Irondale next Tuesday. But yeah, they've got some big shoes to fill. Megan was fun to watch, but she's gone.
She
and
was.
This team is ready to move on and make their own mark.
Well, if anybody can get them ready, it's Coach Donaldson.
Yeah. Well, the cross-country team opens the season with the District 11 meet on Thursday the 2nd. The Cardinals have great numbers this season, and they're hoping that will help them take a step forward. At the same time, they know it's a process, and they won't really be able to see their success until they reach the end.
You know, it takes the pressure off. We can just develop and grow and see where we end up.
The Cardinals start the season in a really good spot. They have a lot of new athletes out, and they're showing great potential to take the program to the next level.
Most of the girls are freshmen. I think we only have 5 upperclassmen, including seniors. I think it might have changed because we got a few new girls recently. But so very young, so much talent. It looks like we really have a good future.
The boys return a little more experience than the girls, and both teams are committed to setting a foundation for the program moving forward.
Attitude-wise, they've been really good. They all have been really positive, and it started really with last year. The team that we had last year, they just grew and had more fun, and even though they were smaller and some of them were really young and inexperienced, and just having the goofy year that we had, you know, they started to have a lot of fun. So the positivity ran from that into this season, which is a good thing. They were able to get their friends out, so you know that's helped with the growth, and then just keeping it positive.
Most of the Cardinals got a lot of training in over the summer, so they're entering the season in great shape and ready to hit the ground running. The boys and girls train together most days, and it's the camaraderie of the Cardinals that keeps them all coming back.
I don't know. I think it's just like the atmosphere, because it's like with most sports, you really are like split up. Like with like guys would be like one end and girls on the other, and like in like those things, usually split like JV and varsity. But like here, it's more like all like one big happy family.
The Cardinals will compete in a new section and a new class, as the MSHSL added a AAA for cross country. But in the end, it's not about how they finish. It's knowing they did everything they could in order to reach their full potential.
I always tell them to like never walk, try to keep up running as much as you can, like pace yourself and never give up, just keep trying them. And it doesn't matter if you don't get any better, as long as you keep trying and like giving it your best shot, then that's all that really matters.
With such a young team, there will be a lot of lessons to learn this season. Coach Green plans to focus on form and racing strategy, while the veterans want to make sure their teammates know it takes more than speed and endurance to be successful.
It's a big mental thing. It's a lot more mental than physical, I'd say. It's just like having the mental strength to just push through all the pain and all the sore muscles and all that stuff. It's a big thing.
Oh, it always like teaches you to have a good mindset, like be able to finish things, follow through, things like that.
The Cardinals have high hopes for what they'll be able to achieve this season. At the same time, being around the team and doing something they love makes them all feel like winners every day.
I think it's the team. I love the team. Those are my guys. They're what keep me coming back to practice every day. So
forward to seeing what both cross-country
Yes.
teams can do. They start with the District 11 meet on Thursday the 2nd, and then Cambridge Isani invite on Friday the 10th.
Well, the boys soccer team had its season opener postponed due to lightning, so they started the season on Saturday hosting Andover. The Cardinals have a new coaching staff, and they were looking to get off to a good start for their new leaders. Of course, they also had the honor of being the first team to compete on the new turf, the Cardinals Stadium. Field is gorgeous, it's flatter and wider, making it much better for soccer teams. Yaya Sidibe scored in the opening minute, so the Cardinals playing with the lead. Andover's keeper coming up with some huge saves to keep it 1-0. The Cardinals keep pushing. Yukon Harmon working his way down the left side in a strong shot, but again, a big save in close. Andover had their chances as well late in the first half. A great opportunity turned away by a diving save of Luke Rising. He came up big several times against the Huskies. Second half, Huskies building an attack. The shot is over the cage and out of play. Cardinals' strong defense and goalkeeping helped this keep to a 1-0 lead, and then eventually the win to get that opener. Very nice win for the boys soccer team.
Unfortunately, they had to lose sometime, and so they played in Park Center against a Pirates team that has been very strong in the past. And they scored a couple of goals, but they come up short against the Pirates in a 4-2 score, dropping them to 1-1, but still just very, very early in the season for the boys soccer team. Despite the loss to the Park Center Pirates, the Cardinals are off and running. They have the new field, new co-head coaches, and a new attitude they hope will lead to a lot of success.
I say our strengths is being able to know how we play and being able to know other players, how they play, playing as one team.
From day one, new head coaches Tyler Seidel and Blake Brackett wanted to change how the team worked off the field, believing it will lead to more success on the field.
Yeah, we've been doing really, really well, but it's about changing the culture right now and just kind of inserting the way that, Blake, Benton, and myself want to have the boys play.
Getting the team to work as a unit and play for one another is huge. It's a concept the players are buying into right away, and they trust the coaches to help them take the program to the next level.
Even if you're a goal, you still have to be able to pass. If you're a midfielder, you still have to be able to shoot. If you're a defender, you still have to be able to shoot. If you're an attacker, you still have to be able to defend. Because it's all as a team. So that's why I like this sport, because it's very rewarding if you work as a team. Because if the team that works better as a team most likely wins the game,
Seidel and Brackett are big on accountability. They expect the players to hold themselves and their teammates to a high standard and continue to work on their skills, their teamwork, and their attitudes on and off the field.
Coach Blake and Coach Tyler, great coaches. Great coaches. They know that if they see something that they will see that's bad and they'll just pick on it, and they might pick on it for a good 1 or 2 times, but they'll eventually make you a better player in the long run.
I'm looking forward to just enjoying more time of watching them execute exactly what we work on every day, and them getting to see what I harp on, and sometimes when I'm hard on them, understanding why that is. Just bottom line that I want the best for them all.
Like all the athletes that compete at Cardinal Stadium, the soccer players are excited about the new turf. They believe it'll level the playing field literally and figuratively. Mostly, they're just excited to be back to work as normal after the very trying COVID season.
Oh, it feels amazing. Seeing the players move around with the ball a lot. Some of the players haven't been on the field for a while because of COVID and restrictions. And it feels great to just get touches on the ball, be able to play the favorite sport you love.
The Cardinals are shooting for the stars, but they're also setting more reasonable goals they know they're strong enough to achieve.
Hope we can win the conference, obviously. But I think we'll be able to maybe be 500 this year and improve from last year.
Getting better day by day is key to this squad reaching its potential. If they're able to do that, success will be almost guaranteed, regardless of what their record is at the end.
I just want to try to, at the end of the year, have a well-oiled machine and execute the things we work in training. I understand that it's going to be a tough year, just like I said, with how young we are, but we like the challenge, and I think if we can execute those details and keep adding layers to those, as I've been saying, that we will be just fine.
Well, they've got chances to get back on track. They're at Armstrong on Thursday, and then they have a week off before they host Anoka next Thursday. So very excited to see what they are able to achieve. And the guys are really excited just to be back out and to be playing again and know that they'll have a full season. And I think everybody is, every sport.
Yeah, we had a new young shooter that shot that video at the game against Andover by the name of Joe Yen. So good job, Yen.
Yeah,
it turned out really well.
Old.
I'm just trying to be nice. I'm just trying to be nice, Steve.
The girls soccer team started the season with a monumental challenge facing defending section champion Centennial. Cougars lost just one game last year and went as far as they could as there was no state tournament due to COVID. They started the season ranked at 6th in the state, so it was a chance for the Cardinals to test themselves against one of the very best. Cougars pounce on the Cardinals from the opening kick just moments after taking a 1-0 lead. Addison Van Zee makes it 2 with this shot all the way across and to the far side. They continued to keep the pressure on in the opening 40, using their speed to gain possession in close. Sarah Strading with a strong shot to the top shelf makes it 3-0. They were up 4-0 at the half. Cardinals doing much better in the second. Molly Terabeza with a long through ball behind the defense. Grace Stevenson races in on the breakaway, and she makes sure to put it away. No chance for the keeper on that one. It's the Cardinals' first goal against Centennial in their last 8 meetings, but they fall with a 4-1 final. But how do you bounce back from that? You bounce back by scoring a lot. 8 goals in Tuesday's game against, that's actually against Park Center. They beat Park Center 8-0. They'd love to beat Centennial 8-0, but it was against Park Center. Stevenson had a hat trick. Force, Kepke, Ron, Wynn, and Knobloch all scored for the Cardinals.
Well, it's huge for the Cardinals to get that first win of the season, but they know it's just the beginning. Like all athletes, the Cardinals are looking forward to a season that should be mostly normal. They're also pumped about the team they have and what they could achieve this year.
I'm super excited. I think we got a lot of strong talent coming up, and I'm really excited to get on the turf. I think it'll be good.
The Lady Cardinals will have to deal with that anticipation for a while. They open the schedule with 4 road games before finally getting to compete on their new turf. But they believe the new surface is a perfect fit for their squad.
I think it'll be beneficial to us because we try to keep possession of the ball and pass it around a lot. So the fact that the ball goes by quicker will be an advantage to us, I would say.
The Cardinals didn't have as much success as they would have liked during the weird COVID year of 2020. And while they lost some key pieces, they're confident in the group that they have, and they're coming in determined to improve.
Yeah, we lost a bit. We have a huge senior class, so I mean, we all work really well with seniors, so I think our big group of seniors working well with the underclassmen will help a lot.
This year I've seen a little bit more of the intensity going in. The captains really have these girls focused, and it's nice to see they have them loose, but they also, I've seen them step up and the intensity that they have within the drills or scrimmages. It's been great to see.
A big difference for all sports last year was the restriction of fans. This squad is as excited as any to have the energy of the Cardinal Nation, helping them get back to where they know they can be.
I think having fans, just creates that energy that you don't usually get. You don't even get it at club games, and when you have your school peers out watching you, and even your parents, more people that come last year, it just kind of creates this energy that you don't get at a lot of places, and it makes the game a lot more fun. It's a unique experience,
The Cardinals play in an incredibly tough conference, with 3 teams starting in the state's top 10, but that won't discourage them. They plan on surprising a lot of their opponents, and regardless of the outcomes, they know this season will definitely be memorable.
Out of everything, when they step on that field, when they hear their names and the smiles, I think that's everything right there. That has that meaning, and that's what they're going to remember.
Yeah, the Cardinals the Lady Cardinals have to wait. They have 4 games on the road before finally getting a game at home in a couple weeks here. They're at Armstrong on Thursday the 2nd, at Cambridge Isani a week from, I think that's actually next Tuesday, and then they're home next Thursday, which is the 9th.
Yeah, I believe we're doing that.
I believe we are as well. When they finally get a chance to play on that home turf, and it is a gorgeous field, especially good for the soccer team because it's so nice and and flat and level. It's wider.
It is beautiful.
The corners don't dip down to storm drains.
Yeah, exactly. You have to worry about turning an ankle in the corner of that field. I got a chance to go on the field, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It really is.
And what else is beautiful is that we are underway with the fall sports season. This show is going to run through the first week of school, so we will be back with the next episode on Monday the 13th. Until then, we want to thank everybody out there for joining us. Continue to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young saying goodnight.